Okay, so let's try this. To I want you to select all your layers. So you click on one, you can shift click the bottom one, and remember what the keyboard shortcut is for the position? Well, it's P, right? If you have all layers selected, then the position will turn on, will be shown for all of them because they're all selected. If you turn on the stopwatch for one of them, they all get turned on. You get three different keyframes because you have those layers selected. All right, so I'm going to undo that. To make the position go away for all three of them, type a P again. So that's true for any of the keyboard straps. So S, scale, Shift P, right? Shift T, Shift R, Shift A. So there are your 5 parameters. STRAP, right? And they're all visible. Now, if you deselect one of them, if you command click one of them and it gets deselected, these other two are selected. And if you just press, for example, T, then only opacity shows for those two. So I press T twice and not the one that's been deselected. Okay? So be aware of that when you have multiple layers selected. So let's turn on some stopwatches. Boom. Doesn't really matter what, just turn on some stopwatches. You have some keyframes here, right? And then I want you to select all the layers and type U. So what does U do? When you press a U, it'll collapse everything, and when you press it again, just U, it will show you where all the keyframes are. So anything that's been keyframed, that sublayer will be shown, that parameter will be shown to you. So U is really, really, really handy. All right, show keyframes. And I'm going to turn these all off. So I'm going to make sure these layers are all selected. And if I turn one stopwatch off, both of them turn off for opacity. So I'm going to turn off all the stopwatches because I actually don't need any keyframes there. Now to collapse all of these together, collapse them all, just press U again. So select them all and press U. All right, so this is your timeline indicator. Tells you where your playhead is at the moment. And if obviously you can scrub it to make it move, right? That's one way. If you want to make it move one frame at a time, press the page down key. Page down key, you can see I'm pressing it and it's just going one frame at a time. Page up goes the opposite way. If you want to move it by every 10 frames, hold down your shift key. So shift, page down, 10 frames, 10 frames, 10 frames, 10 frames. And then shift, page up, every 10 frames the opposite way. Okay? Now you could jump to a different timeline by just clicking here. And if you want to jump to, say, 6 seconds, it'd be 600. So 600. And it jumps to the 6-second mark. If you want to jump to 2 minutes, I don't know if we have 2 minutes. We don't have anything 2 minutes, so it would be 20000 because this is frames, seconds, minutes, and then hours. Okay. Now another way to jump to a new time is Option Shift J. So left hand, Option Shift J. And you get this jump to a new time. So then you could jump to, say, 2 seconds, 200. Option Shift J. So those are more keyboard shortcuts for you to be more efficient.